Fire Goddess here! So in my last video, I talked about the carnation, which of course is the January birth flower. And today I thought I was going to be talking about the garnet. I have all of January to cover the January birth flowers and stones, so I'm just going to wait a little while to tell you guys about the garnet. And I'm going to wait and I'm going to tell you a little bit about me. Just a small explanation. And I want you guys at home to play along with me down in the comments below. I'll explain later at the end what you have to do, or what you want to do. You don't have to do it. So what I'm going to be talking about, what happened before we were born is going to be a different video, but right now I am going to talk about memories and what I remember before I was even born. And I will also talk about my first memory and my first dream. So, a lot of people, when they have their first memory, they will remember something like this. As for me, I am not one of those people who remember being born. I do have a first memory and a first dream that I remember, but I do not remember being born. I do remember my thoughts before I was born. So in spiritual time, before you were born, you would probably think that 100 years, hundreds and hundreds of years, many decades and centuries or whatever, before you were born is like 10 Mississippis, like 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then all the way to 10. Now I remember this for about 10 Mississippis. I remember just sitting in black. It was not a dream. I believe it wasn't a dream. And I distinctly remember my thoughts going, is this my life? Am I going to live in black forever? What is going on? We have to figure something out. I just remember that going on for at least 10 seconds. I mean, imagine yourself not doing anything, just not being born, and realizing, you weren't even born. Like, what happened before? Like it's kind of scary to think about because you're just in black. What if you feel like you're in black forever? But I wasn't. And then later on, about 2 seconds later, this magenta border around me. I do not think it was my mom's womb. It may have been, but the magenta border with a bunch of tools. Yeah, there's no tools in my mom's womb, so it definitely wasn't her womb, unless it was my imagination of the tools. They were falling near me. And maybe they were tools in life that I would meet on later on after I was born. And I remember my thoughts going, all right, you found your purpose. It's time for you to be born. Go look for your ambitions. Go do what you gotta do. So I was born. And my first ever memory after I was born was my brother was sitting on a couch. He was either watching Teletubbies or the movie Dinosaur. That was our favorite movie and our favorite TV show, so I don't know which one it was, but I do remember it was one of those. Now, I was just in the kitchen, and my mom's friend was baking a pizza. Now, since my first memory is baking a pizza, I haven't, you itch in your nose, you just feel like right on top of your nose, it feels like a flea has crawled in it or something, or some bug has bitten you there. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Anyway, I was baking a pizza with my mom's friend. Now, I love baking. Like, it is fun. And I've baked at schools, and I've sold stuff at my school before to raise money for field trips. And other things. And I feel like that baking memory was, the first ever baking memory was me knowing that I love baking. Now, I may just want to do baking as a hobby because what I want to do as a job is I want to become a scientist for astrology and marine biology and all that. But we're not going to go into my interests at the moment. My first dream ever, usually I dream about something, and if I don't finish it, I'll come back to it either a day, 2 months, or even 4 years later. I've had a dream and I have come back to it 4 years later. And I'll just continue it. I'll have to continue it for some reason. Sometimes my dreams will mash up together, all the ones I haven't continued, and I'll have to continue all of them at once. It's like a little adventure. It's really fun. Anyway, I have never dreamed about this ever again, and I don't know if I ever will, but my first ever dream was, I feel like maybe I'll come back to it someday, but I don't know. Maybe I continued and I just don't remember. But it was a desert and a train, and the train was going normal speed, and I was on the train, and there was a penguin with red eyes, and the penguin wasn't evil, but I looked out the window, and the penguin was just waddling to the train very slowly. And I don't know what it means. Don't psychoanalyze me because everyone is different. If they dream about something different, you're definitely not going to get the same meaning for other people. But that was my first dream. And sometimes I feel like it means something, sometimes I don't, because it's just a penguin walking near a train. Is it me as a penguin walking near that train finding myself? I don't freaking know. Anyway, that is my first memory, my first before I was born memory, and my first dream that I remember. I want to know, for you guys, I want to know if you remember anything before you were born, or your first dream, or your first memory. If it's too personal, you don't have to put it in the comments. But some people remember their afterlife. Not their afterlife, their before life. And they remember just memories. They just remember meeting people, certain people. Like, they'll walk up to them and they'll say, hey, I met you in a before life. And other people have done that, and I've met people like that who have done that with other people. I don't know if I had an afterlife or a before life. I feel like, I don't remember anything about it. But maybe I'm not supposed to remember. But since I have so much knowledge, I feel like I can't just have learned that in one life. Like, how do I already know this stuff? But I want to know, because I love knowing people's stories. I love to know if you yourself remember anything before you were born, like in a different lifetime, or even before you were born, or your first memory meaning something. Maybe you did a ritual and you remember it, or your first dream that meant something to you in the future, like something that already happened or that might already happen. I love hearing about other people's stories. So please let me know in the comments what you have experienced. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. I already told you to comment, in the comments below. Tell me about your story. And, okay, so a lot of YouTubers call their subscribers something, and I've been calling you my peeps. Now, I don't like peeps, okay? I don't like the marshmallows. I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't like it. So I'm gonna call you guys something I love. Give me a second to think while I think of something. I've got it. So I'm gonna be calling you guys something I love. And this is something I've wanted to do for a very long time. So I have always wanted to be a person who does food challenges. And me and my best friend, hey bestie, if you're watching, I was gonna plan on seeing them in spring break, and I was planning on doing a 5-pound gummy bear challenge with them. They said they wanted to do it, so I'm happy that they agreed. In fact, go check out their channel too, because their Random Thoughts videos are really cool, and I love all their videos, and I will actually put a link down in the description to go check out my best friend's channel. I'm promoting you, bestie! Anyway, we're going to be doing that probably in spring break, so please look forward to that if you want to see two peeps. See? Peeps! Ugh! You want to see two people eating gummy bears. Or a 5-pound gummy bear. But I'm going to call you guys my lovely gummy bears. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. Maybe I'll call you something later in the future. But thank you so much for watching my lovely gummy bears. I laugh thinking about it. I don't think it's going to stay. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for taking time out watching these videos. It really means a lot to me. And I will be back with a new video next week. Probably not talking about the garnet, but if I do, then look forward to that. Alright. Love y'all. Bye.